Hello everyone and welcome back to the High Council. Today we have a double unboxing for Star Wars Shatterpoint. So we have just had the release of the 5 new boxes. So the 2 Ewok boxes here, we've had the Plo Koon box, Lead by Example, and then we've had the Darth Vader, which is Fear and Dead Men, and the Luke Skywalker, Fearless and Inventive. Squad packs all released for Star Wars Shatterpoint. And to save this from being done in 5 completely separate videos, we are going to do a couple of double unboxings over the next few days, looking at the bits that kind of go together. So we're going to start off here with these two. We're then going to look at Luke and Vader. They go quite nicely hand in hand with one another, followed up by Plo Koon last of all. Before we get into it, do check out, I've got some thoughts and first impressions from the cards from all of these. Do have a look at those on the channel. But let's get straight into it and let's have a look at what's inside. So we're going to go with this I-Chie box first of all. So we can stick that one to one side. So the I-Chie box, here, so we've got Leia, Chief Chirper, Pat Blue, and then the Ewok Hunters as well. So five different models in total. Got the cool little artwork on there. As always, on the back, we've got a little bit of flavour text about it. So 4 unit stat cards, 4 stance cards, and 4 order cards as well. And then, obviously, we've got our foreign language versions for our brothers across the seas from the UK. So let's get straight up into it and have a look at what we've got here. So we've got sprues, lots of sprue looking things. We've got cards and we've got leaflets. So get rid of that box over there. As always, let's have a look at this. Read this first. So you can obviously scan the QR code and it will take you to the AMG page. But we've just got the credits and the bits there in foreign as well. So no real need for that to be included anymore. First thing I noticed about this is this pack of cards here is significantly smaller than previously. So we'll have a look in there afterwards because let's be honest, it's all about the sprue to start off with. So we've got our 2 different bases, or 2 different base sizes, should I say. So we've got the big ones that are for the Ewok Hunters, and then the smaller ones for the other ones. Still the exact same 4 bases, so no change up there. And this, I think, is quite cool from AMG. I know it's something quite small, but they've made the sprues so the sprues all sit together quite nicely, which stops anything from jumping up and down, and then also stops, like any damage and stuff coming in throughout the transit, and then they can kind of be unpopped, and you probably see it a bit easier from here. Then they've got little like dimples that the bottom of the sprue on top sits into, which is quite nice. So 3 different sprues in total, plus our lids ones. Let's have a look at heroes first of all, because let's be honest, that's who we want to play. So we have got so the 2 different Ewoks. So very cool about this is that they are mostly already built in together. So they are not 150 different parts like some other people can be. Let's move that to try and keep the focus on here. But as always, super highly detailed, really, really crisp detailing across there. And then we've got a little functional base for them to go into as well. And then there we've got the last one. Very, very nice. And then let's get on to Leia. So I think a lot of comments online about what Leia's face looks like. So first thing I noticed here is that we get 2 options. I don't think they'd mentioned having 2 options before, But we've got a helmet layer. So we've got a helmet here that can sit onto the top of her head. And we've got no helmet layer, which is the one obviously you see in the majority of the photos and bits like that. So yeah, very nice little way to mix up what your army might look at. But again, let's see if that focuses there. Just super detail coming out of these guys. And that is, yeah, so that is your sprue layer. Something I'm not too fond of. I might have mentioned it before. Is we then get the exact same sprue. So our Ewok hunters, and the same in fact with the Ewok trappers in the Yabn box, are going to be identical unless you can do something to mix them up a little bit. So you do get two sprues of these exactly identical. Again, we've got this nice little themed base here. Lots of different, then the holes for feet to go and stand into, keep them nice and upright. And then very similar here, majority kind of already built. You know, you don't have to connect arms to heads to bodies with Ewoks or anything like that. But just some of the detail, I think it just looks super nice. Even on like heads and things like that. Just looks really, really cool. We've got these guys here. What will be quite nice to see is if these heads become interchangeable. And we'll have a look in the second box if we can potentially swap some heads around to add a little bit of variety. But otherwise, we get exactly two of those. So that's quite cool. I'm looking forward to putting them together nonetheless. And then let's take a look at our card pack here. So card pack for I-Chie Yabn. So we've got unit cards, we've got order cards, we've got stance cards. So the first thing to notice about this one is Atomic Mass Games have listened to the feedback. They now only give you one of each order card instead of one of each order card per language. So these are now all of your foreign language cards. But we've got our order cards. I think, you know, I do like the fact they're cutting down on your packaging. But also, if you've got a friend who's not potentially going to pick up the box or anything like that, and you just want to give them the order cards to play with, no, you can't. So they are going to have to buy their own box. And then exactly the same here. We've got the unit cards and then unit cards in foreign languages as well. So be holding on to the English versions, and the rest will join my piles of cards in foreign languages for when I want to learn French or Spanish or German one day, or anything like that. So that is everything that is then included in this I-Chie Yabn pack. Just trying to the cards away. There we go. So excited to get them on the table. We'll see if this order card piece is a running theme or if it's just for this one box only. I suggest now I've looked at one box that it is going to be a bit of a running theme. But that is everything then for that I-Chie Yabn squad pack. Let us have a little put back together. And then this is as simple as it is. That they just literally pop in there. Just pop in there. Pop in there. Keeps them nice and safe. These guys can exactly the same. Straight onto the top. Keeps them nice and safe. Stops them moving around. Anything like that. Atomic Mass Games. Thumbs up for doing that one there. But that is one box down. One box to go. So our second one here is the Yabn squad pack. So this is the one coming with Logray Wicket, 3PO and R2, and then the Ewok trappers as well. So we know what we're going to have here. We're going to have some spiel in foreign languages, and we've got the back of the box here. So 5 minis, 4 unit stacks of cards, 4 stance cards, and 5 order cards in this one. So very cool. Interesting here, they've got 3PO and R2 on a small base. Thought they might have been on a bigger base, given that it's the two models in such close proximity. But no, let us jump right in. See what we are going to get in here. I suspect everything is going to be very similar. Sprues, lots of sprues once again. Lots of cards. Let's get rid of the box. So, as always, read this first. Instructions. It's probably going to be fairly straightforward to put together without the instructions. But that is going into the bin. And then let's look at sprues. Sprues first are always the good way to go, I think. If I can open the bag. Alright, so no surprises even. We've got 4 little bases, 2 big bases, exact same as the bases we've seen before. No difference at all. Please, Atomic Mass Games, let's make some slightly different bases to give some changes. And then the same here. So these guys, exactly the same. They've got this built-in kind of connection system to keep them all protected. But first of all, let's look at heroes of the Rebellion. So we have, let's start in this corner here. So R2. R2 looks very nice and like really crisp detailing across there. And we move over and we've got his legs. I think that's the top of his head. 3PO's head there. Yeah, nothing you probably wouldn't expect. But then we've got 3PO's legs, arms, body. And then we've got our Ewoks. So we've got, again, super detailed. You know, people can complain about the poses, but from a detail perspective, it looks pretty dang nice. And I think we've got one there as well. So they are, yeah, very nice sprues. And then, again with these ones, we've got 2 of the exact same sprue for the Ewok trappers. Again, nice big scenic base for them to go on. Some logs all there. And then, this has answered my question. We haven't got any changeable heads, which is a bit of a shame. But we have got some nice looking heads, so that's a lovely looking Ewok head there. What is that? Bush maybe, or a headdress or something. We've then got another little chubby head there. And then we've got another Ewok over there. A bit of a shame that the heads aren't interchangeable, which would be quite nice. I think it would add some real flexibility and some variety to what goes on the table. It'll be interesting when I'm going to put these together to see if there's a way I can make them different, slightly different poses or anything like that, just so that the 2 don't look super identical. If not, then we'll add some different colour furs and things like that to try and not make it look like we've got 2 of the exact same unit on the table. And then pop these all back together. Pop them all back together. It's simple as that. Nice and safe now. Then we're going to move around with it. And then we come back over here to our cards. So, given that we know what came in the other card pack, fairly confident to say in this pack we're going to do the same thing, which is going to be, we're going to get our order cards. And in this one, obviously, we've got this primitive artifice card as well, which obviously goes with your Ewok trappers. And we've got standard cards. And then obviously the exact same thing in other languages. So yeah, excited to get these out. So they are joining the box over there, and then we've got the order cards. Order cards in English, and then our order cards in foreign languages as well. All there. So again, the 4 I'm going to keep. For what are your, let me know your thoughts down below, and if you're a fan of the change, would you rather we got rid of foreign cards altogether? So appreciate it's a step in the right direction, but probably still a bit that we could do to really reduce down some of this packaging. So this is not packaging, the cardboard waste is going to come with it. So this is to 2 boxes of stuff that's ultimately going to end up in a recycling bin, which could we have cut down on some costs before, but I totally understand that by producing it with all of these in is a lot easier for them than producing 5 different boxes for each language. So that is everything that we see in our Star Wars Shatterpoint boxes for the Yabn squad and the I-Chie squad pack. So, are you looking forward to getting them on the table? Excited to get them out? Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you for checking it out, and we'll see you in the next one.